I'm gonna show you how to build an hourglass shape in 8 weeks. You guys, I am so freaking excited. The day is finally here. My new YouTube series, which is gonna be Hourglass, the Hourglass Series. However way you wanna say it. If y'all been watching me for a while, you've probably seen my old school, back in the day prep series. I haven't done a YouTube series in probably 8, 9, 10 years. It's been a long time. I thought, you know what? Let me take my YouTube family through a series of following a program for myself. Instead of prepping for a bikini show, we are gonna be building an hourglass figure. This is a common question that I get from a lot of women is they'll say, Heidi, I want a curvy silhouette. How can I tone up to get there, essentially, is what they ask me. I thought, you know what? The holidays are coming up. This is the perfect time to use the food that you're eating and use it as fuel in order to build the hourglass silhouette. That's what we're gonna do. So you might be wondering, Heidi, what am I gonna see in this YouTube series that I haven't seen on your channel already? A lot. Okay, first of all, we're gonna be doing the Hourglass program on Grounds. You guys are welcome to follow along this program by downloading Grounds and following the whole program I'm gonna be doing, or you can just watch the videos, see the workouts that I'm doing, seeing how I'm eating my macros, and be able to follow along that way. So first of all, we're starting a new program that's called Hourglass. This is gonna be 5 days a week, 1 active rest day and 1 rest day. We are gonna be focused on building the shoulders, the lats, and the glutes, because that is actually what's gonna give you an hourglass figure. So a lot of people think, oh, an hourglass figure, you gotta shrink your waist. But actually, the secret to an hourglass shape is actually going to be building out your lats, building out your glutes, and your waist actually doesn't really change. Or, you know, in some emphasis, when you're in a bulk or whatever program you're doing, your waist might get a little bit wider, but don't be afraid, okay? Once you build out your glutes, so you'll see here, the glutes are gonna be building out. Right here is your lats. So if I do a lat spread, you'll see I have some strong lats, and that is what's gonna give you an hourglass figure. And so when you pose in photos, it gives it that really curvy silhouette. So it's not actually having a small waist. Having a little shoulder cap action is also gonna add to that hourglass figure. And it's also gonna help get your arms nice and shapely, lean, toned, if you will. We are doing 13 to 15 episodes. I believe it's 15 episodes. We are gonna be deep diving, y'all, into how to figure out your macros, how to make sure that you're tracking your progress correctly, how much protein you should be eating, and how to actually eat that much protein a day. Grocery shopping, the do's and the don'ts. We're gonna be going over meal prepping, how I meal prep for my food. I know I do a ton of meal prep videos, but this one is specific to my goals for Hourglass. A full day of eating, what does that look like for me? What are all the meals I'm gonna eat in a day? A full week of workouts, so you can have one video to see the whole process. I'm gonna be doing a workout in every single video. We are gonna be deep diving into time management, how to free up more of your time in order to do programs, to make wellness and health a priority. It is essential. Your health is literally essential. The inner mean girl, confidence and mindset. You're gonna learn things in this series that is not only gonna help you build an hourglass body, right? I mean, that's a good little plus. It's about building your dream physique, if you will, but it's also about working and building your mind. We are shaping your body, we are shaping your mind, and that is what the series is about. So buckle up, get ready, and let's start a program. I think something that has stuck with me through the years is that, you know, sharing videos online, you know, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna show you how to meal prep, I'm gonna show you how to do this, but I am mostly excited for this series because I think the one thing that a lot of us struggle with is not working out. It's not eating healthy, but it's getting your mind right. It is getting in the mindset of adding these things into your routine. It's not gonna be easy, it's gonna be very uncomfortable, but once you start working out and you're making healthier choices with your diet, you're putting your health as a big priority in your life, that is the most important thing in your life because that will translate to your wellness journey. It's gonna translate to your career, to your family, to your mental health, it's getting your mind right will help everything else fall into place. This series, again, is not just about building your dream body, but it's also about making amazing positive changes in your life mentally, being able to give you the confidence to create boundaries with yourself and with others. It's about having the confidence to chase after that promotion or go build your dream business, open up your own company. It is about becoming the best version of yourself. Getting your mind right and everything falling into place is a huge stepping stone into creating the life that you want. I will say that whenever I did a bikini prep, that is when I learned the most about myself. That's why I'm really passionate about this new series that I'm gonna be doing. It's to help you guys. Maybe you don't wanna do a bikini competition, but you wanna get in the best shape of your life. And that's what happened to me when I did a bikini program back in the day. But what I learned back then was patience, dedication, boundaries was a big word that I learned. I learned how to say no to people. Everyone's like, oh, come to this party, let's go out, let's go do this, let's go have drinks, happy hour. I was like, nope, I gotta go work out. Nope, I gotta go meal prep. Nope, I gotta go do this. And because I had a goal, I had something that I was working towards, it was hard in the beginning because everyone's like, nah, you can just work out tomorrow, you can just meal prep this other day, or get these chicken nuggets. It's like, once you start saying no and creating those boundaries with yourself, this is for another episode. We'll get into it, guys, we'll get into it. But that was my biggest takeaway, and that helped me turn into the person I am today as being a leader, as being a businesswoman, being a CEO, creating my own businesses and my personal brand and all these things. I couldn't have done that if I wouldn't have learned boundaries. If you're working on your dream physique, these are the 3 ways to document your progress. Really just like letting you into everything. I'm gonna show you how much I weigh, my measurements, and I'm gonna show front, side, back. Shut up. 3 different ways that I document my progress are gonna be 1 is gonna be a scale, 2, front, side, back photos, which I will show you guys here in a little bit, and then 3 is measurements. Now, the reason that honestly it's kind of good to document all 3 is that sometimes we get mad at the scale. We're like, oh my gosh, the scale it's increased weight, it's staying the same, it's not really moving, or maybe I've only lost a pound. The reason that I choose to do all 3 options is that sometimes the scale is increasing, but my body is shrinking, or it's growing in certain areas, you know what I mean? All right, I'm gonna give you guys all the tea on how much I weigh, measurements, front, side, back photos. So let's start with the scale. I am 4'11 3/4, and I am 105.5 pounds. Now, I'm hoping to gain a little bit of weight through the Hourglass because I'm gonna be adding to my hips, my lats, and my shoulders. That's the goal. My weight fluctuates. You might see me at like 100 pounds to 115. 115 is usually at the peak of my bulk, and 100 pounds is if I'm a little bit more lean, a little bit more shredded. Honestly, I kind of like my physique right now, but I'm excited to add some mass to this ass. All right, so now we're gonna document with measurements. I'm gonna start with my waist. Alexa, go away, turn off. My waist is 24 inches exactly. Hips, I'm gonna go from the thickest part, and we are going to measure at 34.5. Because we're hourglassing it, I'm gonna go across the chest. The reason that I'm gonna be doing this is I want across the chest and the lats, my lat spread as I call it. 31.5. Guys, take your measurements on what you're wanting to progress, what you're wanting to change. Some guys, like Christian, will measure his bicep before and after his programs because he's like, I'm heavily focused on my biceps. I'm not gonna measure my biceps. I'm like, I don't really care. But some other measurements I might do is, I'm gonna do my upper quad area because we wanted to build the legs too. And that is 20 inches. Every calorie, every measurement, I'm trying to make everything as exact as possible. 4'11 3/4, 105.5, and then I got all my stats. So now I'm gonna change into a bathing suit. I'm gonna take before photos. The next way that I like to check in with my progress is images. Images are probably the best way to track your progress, and that is because the scale might go up and down. My way of tracking progress, my favorite way, is actually pictures or videos. So this is how my body is now. So we have front, we have side, we have back. I will say that I've worked really hard for the body that I have today. I did not have an hourglass shape growing up. I would say that my weight fluctuated. I went from being very, very, very petite, very straight looking, to gaining weight when I lived in San Antonio, I'm sorry. And at that point, I didn't have an hourglass shape. I actually carried a lot of my weight in my stomach and my back in different areas, but I built the body that I have. I built my lats, I built my shoulders, I built my glutes. And my waist, it's mainly diet. I will say that. Your waist and your midsection is gonna be mainly diet. I am proud of the body that I have right now. I'm not sitting here showing you front, side, back saying I have so much work to do. But we have progress that we're gonna be making the next 8 weeks. And I'm excited to document that and show you guys how I get there and show you mindset, meal prep, grocery shopping, all of that focused on this one program, which is Hourglass Shape. The next thing that I want to talk about is how to figure out how many calories you should be eating. I'm gonna show you guys how to figure out what your BMR is. So your BMR is gonna be your basal metabolic rate. However, this is the amount of calories that you should be eating. If you are laying in bed all day, you're not doing literally nothing. These amount of calories are gonna pump your blood, grow your nails, grow your hair, help you have glowing skin. Essentially, these calories are gonna help you stay beautiful, stay functional. And so in my head and how I used to describe it as a coach, I would say, these are your minimum calories if you're laying in bed all day. And they're like, yeah. I'm like, this is what keeps you beautiful and youthful and keeping your body going. Your BMR. Beauty. There's a calculation, and I'm gonna write the calculation out and show you what mine is. The calculation, if you're a woman, is 10 times your weight in kilograms plus 6.25 times height in centimeters. We're gonna close it off. We're gonna continue. Are you guys bored yet of the math?
No, God!
We're gonna minus 5 times your age in years. Minus 161. Let's calculate that real quick. Mine is going to be 10 times, my weight in kilograms is 48, closing it off, plus 6.25 times height in centimeters, which is 152, minus 5 times 21, 35, close it off, minus 161. What is that gonna equal? Let's see, is 480. Now don't go plus, we stay in the parentheses, 950. So 480, 950, 5 times 35 is 175 minus 161. So we're gonna plus it, we're gonna minus it, and we're gonna calculate it. So we have 480 plus 950 equals 1430. Now we're gonna minus 175 and we're gonna minus 161. We are at 1100 calories. This is what my body needs if I'm laying in bed all day. Now, the more muscle you have, the more calories your body needs. I mean, I'm not like the most jacked person in the world, but I got some muscle. I'm gonna increase mine to 1200. If you have like a decent amount of muscle, I would increase it a little bit. I'd rather increase it a little bit than not enough. So if I'm laying in bed all damn day, not doing shit, this is what I'm gonna eat and not feel guilty about it. Now, if I'm eating this and I'm training and I'm running around all day, I'm putting my body in starvation mode. So what happens when I eat this and I'm training and doing all the things is that my body, it's not gonna be growing beautiful hair anymore. It's not gonna be growing beautiful nails. The skin is gonna be not skinning. My body won't be pumping blood as it should. My energy is gonna be lower. And what happens when you do that is you slow down your metabolism. What this means is your body is smarter than you. Your body's like, I know you wanna look good, but I also need to function. In order to do that, it starts slowing down the burning of calories. So that's why you see a lot of people that eat 1200 calories all the time that they never lose weight, they stay where they're at, and actually sometimes if they start, they'll have one day where they eat a little over 1200, their body's like, thank God, and starts storing it as fat at times because your body is smarter than you. So just wanted to give you a little lesson there. Now, how many calories should you eat? Let's talk about it. Now, there's something called your total daily energy expenditure. So that is how many calories am I eating a day to just maintain where I'm at? I'm 105.5. How many calories do I need to eat to stay there? It's 18 to 1900, but we're gonna calculate it so you guys know exactly how to do it. Let's say it's 1900. I think that's closer to where I'm at. So this is how many calories I need to eat a day in order to stay exactly where I'm at. So if I wanna put some mass on this ass, I gotta increase this. My caloric intake has to be higher than this because this is just to keep where I'm at right now. Now, if you're losing weight, my secret is you're gonna stay in between these, right? Don't go into the 1200, guys, that's way too low. You're slowing down your metabolism. Start here where your TDE is, TDEE. And what I would do is I would say, you know what? Let's take away 10%. So what I typically do is I start at 1900. If I'm doing a cut, I'm trying to lose weight, what I'm gonna do is take away 5 or 10%, or let's say 100 calories, that's gonna be close to 5%. So I'm gonna take away 100 calories, and now I'm gonna eat 1800 calories. I'm gonna stay here for a while. I'm gonna say, let's see how much weight I can lose over time with 1800. So a week or two goes by, I'm like, how am I feeling? Am I dropping weight? Am I staying where I'm at? Am I staying where I'm at? Great, I'm gonna go down lower. Now I'm gonna go down to 1700. 1700. I'm gonna stay there, see how I feel for a week. If I'm losing weight, I'm like, cool, I'm gonna stay there. I'm staying at 1700 because I'm gonna milk it for every chance I get. Now, once I stop losing weight, I'm gonna go down to 1600. I'm gonna stay there as long as I can. And then personally, the lowest I go is 1,500. I'm gonna stay there. The reason that I don't go below 1,500 is because I'm getting too close to my beauty calories. I wanna be pretty, okay? So I need my body pumping blood. I need my nails growing, my hair growing, all the things. So I typically don't go under 1,500. So my way of losing weight is gonna be 1,800 to 1,500. I'm gonna chill here for a while. Even during competitions, I think the lowest I went was 1,500. I think there was like one day I might have went to 1,400 and then I just like, it was too much, right? Let's figure out what your TDE is. Again, this is my BMR, 1,200 calories. You guys know how to do the calculation. Calculate your own and honestly, drop it below. I wanna see what your BMR is. Again, these are your resting beauty calories. Never be eating this unless you were laying in bed. Anyways, so my BMR is 1,200 calories. What is my TDEE and how do I calculate that? So when you guys figure out your BMR, you're then gonna go to your TDEE and you're gonna look at these numbers. So if you are just like laying in bed all day, maybe you're just getting up and you're just kind of doing some motions, you'll do your BMR times 1.2. So here's my BMR, 1,200 calories. Again, this is if I'm laying in bed not doing shit all day. All right, now to calculate my TDEE, I'm gonna take my BMR, 1,200 calories, and I have a little graph here so you guys can figure out what to calculate for yourself. Sedentaries, you're just like, you're very lightly active. You work out, you don't even work out, you just like go through the motions every day. Lightly active is if you work out once or twice a week. Moderately active, 3 to 4 times a week, very active. 5 days a week, super active, more than that. I sit at a laptop most of the day. I do live in townhomes, so I would say that I'm probably moderately active. I work out 5 days a week, but my job requires me to just sit at a laptop and be in meetings all day. So I would say I'm either moderately active or very active. Let's start with the lower one. And then again, we can always increase calories, right? So I'm gonna take 1,200 times 1.55. That is gonna put me at 1,860 calories. 1.55. That is so accurate because if you guys know me, I'm always like 1,800 to 1,900 calories is my sweet spot if I wanna stay where I'm at. So my calories, if I wanna stay where I am, is 1,860. As I already said, my TDE, this is where I maintain and this is my beauty, right? So what I would do is not go lower than 1,500 for me personally. I'm gonna stay here if I wanna lose weight. Now, if I wanna gain weight, we are putting some mass on this ass, right? So what you can do is you take your maintained calories, we wanna build. You can't build without upping your calories, okay? So I would increase my calories 10%. It really depends on the person. I see some guys are like, oh, if you're bulking, you need to eat an extra 500 calories, 600 calories a day, but that is a lot of calories. That could be 30% of my calories at the moment, whereas 500 calories for a man might be like 15%. Rule of thumb for me is I'm like, hey, start at 10%, see how that goes. So 10% is gonna be 2,046 calories. So this is maintain. This is where you wanna cut. No less than. This would be a lean bulk. Now, if you're like, I wanna go ham, I might 2,100 to 2,200. And this would be a full-on bulk. I hope this makes sense and it's not too overwhelming. I wanted to break it down in a sense of, I wish I would have had this when I first started working out, when I first started training and figuring all this out. I'm like, how do you know how many calories I should be eating? I'm a control freak, so I would have loved someone to break this down to me. Maintain, bulk, cut. None of this. Comprende? Now we have the calories, right? But how much protein should be eating? That's a whole other thing. You know, people say 1 gram of protein per lean body mass. For myself, I always suggest more of like 0.08 grams of protein per lean body mass. I don't think that you need 1 gram of protein per body mass, but there's always like mixed things and there's different research coming out. I'm 105.5. I am probably gonna aim for 100 grams of protein. That's what I'm gonna do. Calories. We got calories, 2,046. I'm gonna eat less than a gram of protein per body weight. I am probably gonna eat 100 grams of protein. So you have your macros, which are your protein, your carbs, and your fat. If you are a beginner, I would say just focus on your calories and your protein because most of the time you're gonna figure it out. It's a little bit more of an intuitive way of eating, but if you're a beginner, just focus on your calories and focus on your protein. I'm gonna be eating 100 grams of protein per day. Now, the rest is gonna go to carbs and fat, and how this is calculated is totally up to you. Some people like higher fat, some people like higher carb. There's no way of knowing what your body responds to until you try it out. So if it makes you feel better, you can split it. I will say that if you like to snack and you like to eat all day, you might want more carbs, because 1 gram of fat is 9 calories, 1 gram of carb is 4 calories. So you can eat more carbs for the same amount of calories, or for less calories, if that makes sense. 100 grams of protein, this is gonna equal 400 calories. How I figured that out, 1 gram of protein is 4 calories. 1 gram of carbs, 4 calories. 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. Is this too much math for y'all? Let me know. This is probably the most extensive one that I'm gonna be doing, but it's a lot. So I like to eat, so I'm gonna be up on my carbs a little bit, you know? So this is where you can have some flexibility. 100 grams of protein, this is the most important one. This is gonna be 400 calories, because 100 times 4, because 4 calories is 400. Now I have 1,646 calories to go towards carbs and fat. What you're gonna do is kind of split it how you want. I'm a big advocate in not going too low in your fat, because healthy fats are so good for you, and it's also what feeds your brain, if you will. So if you're low in fat, you're probably not gonna be as sharp, you're not gonna be as focused, you're not gonna be as driven, because you're starving your brain, essentially. So I'm gonna do 60 grams of fat, and that is gonna be 540 calories. So now, what do we do for carbs? Well, it's already kind of made up, because now you have 2,046 calories. You're gonna minus 400, you're gonna minus 540. We have 1,106 calories left. We're gonna divide it by 4, 276 grams of carbs. Looks pretty good to me. So I'm gonna see how I feel on this, and then I might up my fat and lower my carb depending on how things go. But you guys will see in the series what I end up doing, all right? You just gotta stick along. If this is too complicated and you're like, Heidi, for the love of God, I don't feel like, I did not sign up for a math lesson. This is exactly why I created Grounds Fitness App for Women. We calculate your BMR, we calculate your TDE, and we give you your macros, so you don't have to worry about it. There's no guessing game. So this is too overwhelming and you're like, Heidi, just give me something simple. You can sign up for Grounds. We have a free trial, and honestly, use it for a week, figure out your macros, play with it, and then cancel the subscription, just so you have it. But we took out all the guesswork for you so that you wouldn't have to do all this math. Now, if you're seeing all this and you're like, Heidi, I don't count macros, I don't care to count macros, I don't wanna obsess over numbers, all these things, I hear you. I would just say, if you are that person, at least educating yourself on what you're putting in your body. So I'm actually going to send out a free master macro list with everyone that signs up for Ground. So again, if you guys sign up for a free trial, figure out your macros, you'll be sent the macro list, master macro list, and then you can cancel the membership. Whatever, right? This master macro list lets you know, like, hey, if you eat 4 ounces of chicken, this is how many calories. If you want, a handful of spinach is X amount of calories. So at least you're aware of what you're putting in your body. My thing is that there's a lot of women that are under eating, there's women that are overeating, and there's also women who think that they're hitting their protein and they're nowhere near the amount of protein they should be eating. I remember hearing a woman, and I always use this as an example. She was like, oh, a handful of spinach is 40 grams of protein. And I said, it's 4 grams. So 4 versus 40, big difference, y'all. So if you are not into tracking macros and logging your food, at least educate yourself and knowing at least how much protein is in your food. Please, for the love of God. I'm so tired of seeing people that are like, I don't want to count macros, I don't want to count calories, but they also don't even know if they're eating enough. So again, educate yourself what you're putting in your body, at least know general-ish numbers of what you're putting in your body, how much you're eating, if you're eating enough calories, if you're eating enough protein. All right, so the products that you're gonna need before you start your weight loss journey or bulking journey, whatever it is gonna be a few things. One, I would say a good gym bag. I don't care what gym bag you get, just get one that you absolutely love. I've shown you guys these in videos. The reason that I love this one is obviously this was designed with weightlifters in mind and girlies who are on the go all the time. There's no other gym bag out there that's better than this, in my opinion. Obviously, it's a little big. She's a little large and in charge, but I typically take the bottom compartment off and only use this as needed. And this is my go-to gym bag. I usually have a weight belt sometimes when I'm using it that I wrap around this side. If you guys want the full tour of the bag, you guys can watch what's in my gym bag. I give a whole breakdown of everything that I need in there. I usually keep some emergency snacks in here, my wallet and everything. My other favorite bag is gonna be the Game Changer backpack. The reason that I love this so much, guys, and the duffel bag is, number one, whenever you're doing a weight loss journey, you're following a program, food is an essential part of the 8 weeks, right? So we designed all of these Game Changer bags to fit in prep containers, if you will. So you can fit 2 comfortably in here with food, with snacks. And then my other favorite thing is if you're not using the meal prep compartment, you can actually compress it down, because there's gonna be some days where you don't need the meal prep compartment, and you can just press it down, it's out of the way, and you have more storage in the actual bag. That is why I love this and why I advocate for this. So if you guys don't have one of our Game Changer bags, go get one. Not because I want to make money, but because I want you to have a cute bag that has everything it needs, but bring your food with you. This will help you so much. If you're gonna go to work, bring your lunch. If you're gonna go to the gym, you bring your dinner or your pre-workout snack or your post-workout. I'm a huge advocate in preparing and making sure that you bring your food. No one wants a hangry friend. That's my number one tip. Get a good gym bag that you love, you're obsessed with, that's gonna help you along your journey. Now the second thing is meal prep containers. I love these from Amazon. I like to bulk meal prep. I don't really care about separating them all, so I just get the larger ones. I do have an Amazon storefront. I will link it down below with a bunch of like meal prep needs. So that's a big one for me. These meal prep containers I got from HEB, the Heb, so whatever works for you. Seasonings, again, I put these on Amazon storefront, but I get a lot of my good seasonings from like HEB, from Whole Foods, all the places. I don't get anything crazy. I have a fajita seasoning, honestly, it's pretty bomb. I have a garlic and herb seasoning, classic. We have onion and herb, great. An organic steak seasoning, honestly, it's good on everything. It says steak, but put it on everything. And then cinnamon, oh my God, I love cinnamon on everything. So we love her. And then usually stevia is like an artificial, well, it's not artificial actually, it's an all natural 0-calorie sweetener. So definitely some seasonings that you love, because obviously meal prepping can get very, you know, you get the so that's a good one. And then a good scale for your food. If you are tracking your food or you want to educate yourself on what is 4 ounces of chicken, because some people are like, oh, I don't want to count calories or I don't want to do this, but they also don't want to educate themselves and being like, all right, well, you're not eating enough or you're overeating because you don't know proportions of food. So at least educate yourself, get yourself a food scale. Another thing that I love is a glute band. We are sold out at BUFFBUNNY, otherwise I'd recommend them, but I love these for warm-ups. I always keep one in my bag, big fan. This is just something that you're gonna wrap around your knees. I like using these for warm-ups to help activate your glutes. There's like mixed reviews about it. Some people are like, it doesn't really activate your glutes. It does for me, okay? Because I am quad dominant when it comes to building my legs, my hamstrings and my glutes. They don't like to build. My quads do, however. So I genuinely feel a difference when I'm squatting and I have this band on. I feel it in my glutes, you know? So big fan, big fan. Those are just some of my like core essentials. Again, this is for me. If you have different essentials, comment below, let me know what those essentials are. I'm sure all of us want to know because we're all different. Don't gatekeep. Workout number 1, let's freaking go. It's a 5-minute walk on a treadmill. However, we work out at Alpha Land where it's popping. All the treadmills are taken at gym 2. Gym 1 is too cold for me. So I am going to do just like a couple runs. I don't run, guys, obviously. I'm gonna do a couple, what would you call it, tracks? I'm gonna run back and forth a little bit to warm up. A little jog, you know, just 5 minutes. Let's freaking go. Very slow jog, because, you know, it's a treadmill walk as a warm up. We're not doing anything crazy. All right, guys, so outfit of the day, we got obviously the BUFFBUNNY collection, Game Changer XL bag. I'm wearing our contour pocket leggings. I love these. These are our best-selling pocket leggings. I don't know if we have any in stock right now, but if we do, you should definitely get them. Super flattering. We got the contour lines on the waist to make the waist look small. We have the same thing on the back to make the butt look great. Pockets, no front seam, glute contour, and then this is our, oh my God, what did we name this? Queen Bee top? I don't remember. It's right here. We're gonna put it right here. This was one of our best-selling tops for the deadlift collections. Honestly, I love this fit. Big fan, big fan. the Smith machine, the Nautilus, barbell, whatever works for you. But I'm gonna be doing 55 pounds on each side. It's not that much weight. I'm a little bitch when it comes to the hip thrust. So some of y'all out there be crazy strong, but that's not me on this machine. Next exercise is Bulgarian split squats. Hate these as well. They're good for the glutes, so. My balance isn't as good as it has been. I picked heavyweight, guys. I regret this decision. Collect myself, but we finishing. I'm getting 20s for the next one. That was it. We got 60 seconds of rest. Shout out to One Up, guys. I'm drinking their pre-workout right now. This is a pre-workout that I've been using for 10 years, specialized for women. If you use code BUFFBUNNY, you get 20% off, no matter if they're doing a discount or not. I swear by their products, and I really needed it today. I don't take pre-workout every day, by the way. I only take it on days I need it. Today, I needed it. Today is Tuesday, but it felt like a Monday. A lot of just like annoying, just annoyed right now. Just having a business can be very freaking annoying, but I'm just shutting it off. This hour and 20 minutes possibly is for me. When you're doing Bulgarian split squats, you're gonna start on your left leg, do your set, swap legs. On your next fresh set, start with your other leg. Little things like that help make sure that you're well balanced in your body. Yeah, just a little tip there. And then also feel free to take a break in between each legs. Not a long break, like I'm talking like 10 seconds or so. For me, I have sports-induced asthma, so I didn't use my inhaler today, so sometimes I need a little baby break in between legs so I can collect my breath. Like my body's fine, my lungs suck. Next up, we have RDL, and I feel like I'm the opposite of a lot of girls, where some girls will pick up like smaller weights. I pick up big weights, and I'm like, I think I got this. So it's 3 sets of 12, 45 pounds each, so 90 pounds. I am probably gonna struggle, but we'll see how many reps we can do. Ugh. I don't have my Versa grips to help either, so. Oh God. We're gonna keep those there though. Oh God. Nobody will watch me. Okay, there's so many different ways to skin a cat, as they say. Huh? But we don't skin cats because we love Simba, my cat. Now, when it comes to a cable curtsy lunge, you're gonna find different ways to do it. You saw the first option, which is like a more of a side angle. This is another way. I'll say if you're a beginner, you might like this option better. I like this version because I can lift heavier weight. I've been training for years, and over 10 years, for a freaking long time, okay? It's still hard, but I love it. It's so fun. I feel good. Like I'm tired, but I feel good, guys. Especially after a freaking annoying ass day. Working out, whenever you have a really annoying day, I love to do this. Collect all that energy, that pent up frustration. You're just so annoyed of just everything in the world. You're just annoyed at work, you're annoyed at this, you're annoyed at that. Collect it all and just release it in the gym. Not only will it give you a really good workout, but feel amazing when you're just releasing the frustrations during your workout. You just feel like, that's butt sweat. I don't know whether to be grossed out or proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. We got straight leg kick back. All right, guys, so when you're doing this movement, what you're gonna wanna do is focus on taking your heel and you're gonna be pushing it towards the sky. One, and you should feel this in your upper glute. This is great for the upper glutes. If you wanna build a shelf, you want a perky butt, you do these. This is not all you do though. So obviously it's gonna be hard to do straight leg with this handlebar. So I'm gonna do a slight bend in the knee and then kick it out straight. That's all I have to work with today because I don't have a ankle strap. Listen here, guys, like if you can't finish the whole workout or you're not doing all the reps, just give your best, right? So this is, I would say, an intermediate workout. So if you're more of a beginner and you can't maybe get all the reps in, or maybe you only do 3 sets instead of 4, that's still progress. You're still showing up. Give it your best. Don't give up just because you can. Don't use it as an excuse, but it's okay if you can't finish the whole workout at the beginning, especially the first couple days or week. It'll get, I don't want to say easier, but more manageable. The last exercise we have are dumbbell step-ups. I have a 20-pound dumbbell for the first set. See how this goes. We move in. So y'all, I wanted to mention that I'm gonna be also doing cardio twice a week, 30 minutes each. If you guys wanna do it with me, great. If not, Up to you. You can just do the program as is. There's a little bit of cardio built into it. If you want to take a step further and do cardio twice a week with me, 30 minutes each, I'm gonna be uploading videos twice a week that are about 30 minutes each. So you can actually watch my videos while you're doing cardio. You know? Keeps you motivated, learning things. And I don't know about y'all, but I love to listen to podcasts or watch YouTube videos while I'm working out or doing cardio anyway. If I'm on the treadmill or something, it just makes the time go by a lot faster. And I like to learn, you know? I like to learn things. Woo! Also, I wanted to mention that if you guys are doing the program with me, take before and after photos when you first start, when you end. The last video will be going live December 30th, 29th or 30th, and I want to be showing some of the transformations or some of the people that did the Hourglass program. So make sure to upload your before and afters. Tag me on Instagram, BUFFBUNNY, or if you're in the grounds community, even better, tag me on there for Hourglass program so I can feature you in the YouTube video. Ah! All right, so this Stair Master, there's 25 levels. I'm gonna do level 5. I'm not doing anything crazy. I just got done with leg day. I'm not trying to go extreme. 15 minutes, a nice relaxed pace, but ooh, I feel the glutes gluting right now because of that workout. Now I'm gonna put on a podcast, most likely Layla or Alex and Rosie, big fan, and zone out. So if you're ADD like I am, or you're just bored doing your cardio, or you wanna challenge yourself, you can do 1 minute hands-on like this, track your heart rate, see how you're doing. 1 minute, no hands, but be careful if your balance sucks. Oh, see, almost fell there. Oh God. It's pretty hard with no hands, isn't it? Cheers, day 1, done, y'all, it's done. Feels good, the new series, I'm so freaking excited. I think we're filming, what, tomorrow too, right? Oh my God. So thank you guys for hanging out with us for day 1 of the new Hourglass series. In every single video, the next 15 episodes that we do for Hourglass, I'm gonna choose 2 of y'all to win year-long memberships to Grounds for free. All you have to do, you guys know the drill. Give the video a thumbs up, comment below your favorite part of the video, and make sure you are subscribed to my channel. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in episode 2.